Hi there, everybody. My name is Joey.
And my name is Sam.
And this is School Nights.
So this new program is running out from admissions, and this is going to be a great way for you guys to engage with the Calvin community, learn about different aspects of life here at Calvin, and how you can see this as a home for yourself.
Exactly. This program we streamed every single Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So come on every Thursday at 6 o'clock or view right afterwards. This will be on our YouTube channel right away. But also, you're watching on YouTube right now, go over to that sidebar and see some questions. Ask a question to me and Sam all about Calvin or ourselves. You can ask questions like, hey, what's the coffee situation like on campus? Hey, you're pretty tall, do you guys fit in the dorm beds? Or more importantly, Sam, how do you keep your hair so wonderful?
That's a great question.
Things like those you can plug in the chat and we'll answer them at the end of the call. But we want to introduce our segments.
Absolutely. So first off, we're going to go to Abby Mugler and Emma DeGrove and some of our friends. They're over at Jersey Junction, one of Calvin students' favorite spots here on off campus in Grand Rapids. And they're going to tell us a little bit more about what they do in Grand Rapids and just life outside of Calvin's campus.
Exactly. And our second segment will be our friend Hailey. She's going to be in the dorm basement talking about dorm life here at Calvin, study spaces, hangout spaces, but more importantly, how you as a student or you as a family member can envision yourself here at Calvin being at home.
And then lastly, Averie, one of our admissions counselors, has 4 other friends with him, and he's got coffee from Peet's, our on-campus coffee shop, and he's going to hand them a few drinks, and they've got to guess what the drink is. So it should be a really fun segment.
Yeah, really nice and windy too, we hear. But first, now we want to hand it right on off to our friend Abby Mugler over at Jersey Junction. Take it away, Abby.
Hi, I'm Emma.
I'm Abby.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Lucas.
Right now, we are in Gaslight Village at a cute little ice cream shop called Jersey Junction. It's right by Reed's Lake, so it's a great place to grab ice cream or coffee and just head down to the lake to watch the sunset with your friends.
Yeah, another great thing we love about Calvin is that there's so many different neighborhoods around here. Gaslight Village, where we're at right now, is just a few minutes away, and East Town is another one of my favorites. That's a few minutes away from Calvin as well. There's lots of fun coffee shops that Emma and I love to go study at. So your freshman year, you can have lots of time to go find some place to study with friends and get off campus as well. And then another great neighborhood is downtown Grand Rapids. One of my favorite memories from that, my freshman year, was going to Art Prize, and it's a big art competition where people submit their pieces of art, and it's really fun to go over all of Grand Rapids and see all the different pieces of artwork, grab a few friends, and hang out.
Yeah, one of the things we love to do downtown Grand Rapids is ride the electric scooters. It's super easy. You just download an app on your phone and unlock the scooter. You can go tour the whole city. You could go over the Blue Bridge, over the rapids, see some awesome restaurants downtown. One other thing we love to do is on Tuesday nights, go to Tacos El Cuñado for Taco Tuesday. They're $2 tacos, and it's authentic Mexican, and it's so good. And they're even open till about 2 in the morning. Not that I stay up that late, but it's still great.
One of my favorite things to do off campus is to go play disc golf with my friends. There's plenty of courses in West Michigan and especially in the Grand Rapids area to go play, and you can take a ride with your friends to go play the local courses. Another thing you can do is actually Calvin has a course on campus. So once the weather's nice, you can go play and just walk over towards the nature preserve and go play 9 holes with your friends. During the winter, one of our favorite things is actually going ice skating at Rosa Park Circle in downtown Grand Rapids. It's a really nice circle where you can ice skate around, and there's nice lights to take pictures too.
Yeah, and if you have a car freshman year, the nice thing about Calvin is that you can bring your car to campus as a freshman. If you don't have a car, that's okay as well. A lot of your friends will have cars on campus too, so no worries there. And another great thing that we have in Grand Rapids is the Rapid, which is our bus system. And so you can get a discount on that as through being a Calvin student, and that takes you to all the places that we were just talking about. So there's a way to get off campus if that is something that you want to do, which is super, super great.
Yeah, also about a 30-40 minute drive from here, you can go to Grand Haven State Park or Holland State Park and go to the beach and have a picnic with your friends. Calvin also rents out camping gear, so it's also really fun to go on a fun camping trip on the weekend with your friends. But yeah, there's just so many fun things to do off campus in Grand Rapids that we've all really enjoyed doing together and just to connect with friends in our community. But anyways, back to you, Joey and Sam.
Thank you so much for that. I want to shout out Abby and Emma for being amazing people, but mainly bearing the cold and the wind today, Sam.
Absolutely. And they also listed off two of my favorite things to do in Grand Rapids. Tacos El Cunado, one of my favorite restaurants.
Honestly.
Also Rosa Park Circle, skating downtown. It doesn't get much better than that.
Speaking of much better, Sam, who are you? Let's make sure ourselves, make sure that everyone out home knows who we are.
That's a great point. So my name is Sam, like you guys heard earlier. I'm from Hudsonville, Michigan, so not too far away. I'm a junior here at Calvin studying physical education with a minor in recreational leadership. I'm also on the hockey team here as well. Joey, you should probably introduce yourself next.
I guess so. So my name is Joey Snella, and I'm a sophomore here at Calvin from just outside Chicago. I can see the Sears Tower from my room, but don't have to pay the taxes. It's kind of a nice gig. I'm studying marketing and strategic communication as a double major here. I don't play sports, but I do watch him miss goals all the time on the weekends.
Only sometimes, though.
Sometimes.
But next up, we're going to head to the dorm basements, and Hailey Bonner, one of our awesome friends, is going to show you guys around the dorm basements, what goes on there, down there, studying ping pong, even pool tables down there too, a TV as well. So she's going to explain everything that you guys need to know about the dorm basements. One of my favorite parts about the dorm. I hung out down there all the time, freshman and sophomore year. So Hailey, it's all you.
Hi guys, my name's Hailey. I'm a student here at Calvin, and I'm just going to show you around the dorm basements like Joey and Sam were saying. So right now we're in Schulte-Eldersveld, otherwise known as SE by the students. Go everyone who lives in SE, shout out to them. So I'm just going to show you guys around the basic parts of the basement. So we have two different sides. One is over the girls' floors and the other side is over the guys' floors. But both sides are open to everybody at all times of the day. So it's a great place where you can hang out and have co-ed like game nights and stuff like that too. So here we are on the girls' side. This is otherwise known as the more studying friendly side. Normally we'd have like couches and tables set up for studying over here, but this year we're using this space as a COVID friendly classroom. So you can see all the desks are 6 feet away. But by the time you're here, hopefully this will be back to the study space it was, and you can still study down here with friends. Another great event that happens down here is called dorm worship. And that's just a time where all the Barnabas leaders or the spiritual leaders on each floor lead a big worship night down here. They sing songs and read Bible verses together and sometimes even hear testimonies. So it's a really special time to enjoy that spiritual community together. Another great perk of being a Calvin student, when you're a broke college student, sometimes even the little things add up. So we have free laundry through those doors. That's always good to know when you come here. Another great part of our basement is we have a bike room over here. So as you can see, we've got bikes stored over here. If you want to keep your bike in there during the winter months, Calvin is a super friendly or bike friendly campus. So I recommend doing that. But now we're going to head over to the solarium, and that's the space that connects the girls and guys side of the basement. So let me show you guys what I'm seeing over here. So this is the solarium. It's this big space with these windows over here. It's a great place to study, especially when there is like a thunderstorm going on, or sometimes even the sunset, or it's raining out or snowing. So that's always really fun. I have a couple of different friends that like to set up hammocks on some of these beams up here and hammock in the solarium. That's another great way to enjoy the space. Now we're going to head over to the guys' side of the basement. This is really dubbed as the fun side. So I think you'll enjoy this one too. Here is the big view of it. We've got a whole bunch of different things over here. So I'll take you guys over to some of the things. We've got a ping pong table and a pool table over there. And we also have foosball right there. So often people will be all hanging out and playing games in the basement here. We also have a TV set up in this corner. So I'll kind of show you guys that. Oh, sorry. We've got a TV set up. Right now, I know students are streaming a lot of March Madness on the phones here. But yeah, so one of my favorite things to do my freshman year was to go basement hopping with my friends. And basically we would go from basement to basement in the dorms and make new friends in different dorms and just enjoy the Calvin community that way. I know Joey's dorm is actually doing a red ball tournament with the pool tables. So that's another fun way you can enjoy the space. My dorm did a giant game of around the world ping pong every month. That was really fun too. So I'm sure there's plenty of ways that you'll be able to utilize this space as well when you're here at Calvin. It's a great time to really get that social aspect of being in the dorms. Now we're going to bring it back to Joey and Sam.
Thank you so much, Hailey, for that wonderful tour of all the spaces inside the dorms. I know my freshman and sophomore year, I was down there all the time with my friends. We played cards down there in the solarium all the time till absurd hours at night. We even watched Stranger Things together as a friend group in the solarium.
That was way better than I watched. I watched The Bachelor for the first time down there. Bachelor in Paradise. JPJ, one of my favorite guys on the show. I'm gonna be honest.
That's pretty crazy.
But with that, Sam, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you were to pick your favorite side of the basement, so the fun side or the study side, which side is yours?
Oh man, that's actually a great question. I would probably say the study side actually. 'Cause
Really?
usually I'll go down there with my friends. Not much studying gets done down there, honestly, but it's always a great time to maybe stay up late for those tests you have the next day, or just play cards like I was talking about. What about you?
For me, my favorite side is definitely the fun side.
Okay.
I'm really bad at foosball. You may think I'm really good at it because it's a really easy game to play, but foosball is not my game, so I have to get better down there every night with you guys and try to figure it all out. Speaking of figuring it out, we have 4 people that are super excited to share about their coffee journey here at Calvin.
Absolutely.
So we're actually going to hand it right off over to Averie and our wonderful friends over at Peet's Coffee.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Averie. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Calvin, and I'm here to highlight some of the wonderful drinks that we have here. Actually, let me just give you a little bit of a highlight real quick. So whenever you're studying, a really big thing that you're going to need is some fuel. And so if you check right over there across campus, there's going to be a Peet's Coffee. That Peet's Coffee is the first and only Peet's Coffee here in Michigan, and they serve some wonderful drinks. And so what I have done is I've gotten some friends to take some drinks. Let me show you them. So we've got some test subjects here, and they're going to try out some wonderful drinks from Peet's. And so some of these drinks are actually pretty great and some tasty. You can't tell from the outside, but one of these drinks is actually not good. It's not a good drink. It's actually something that I made on my own. And so this is something, this is actually in another part of your college experience, is that you're going to learn a lot of lessons. And what better representation of lessons than lemons? So it's got some lemons in there. And what's a big lesson but a grapefruit, a big lemon? At least that's what it looks like to me. So one of these drinks is actually going to be just lemons and grape juice. I can't tell which one it is. They don't know which one it is, but I do. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have them. Well, I'll just go ahead and pass them out the drinks. So I'm going to pass out these drinks. Don't look at it too much. Going to pass out some of these drinks. And yeah, we're going to have them try them out. And they're going to have to fool me and fool each other if they have the bad drink. And they're going to have to pull it off. And no, don't, Lorena, put it down. So they're going to have to try it out. And they're going to have to fool me into believing that it is a real drink and fool everyone else. And if they do, they win a prize. If they don't, I don't know. We'll figure it out. They'll have to drink the whole thing, I guess. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start here with Rebecca. If you want to go ahead and give an intro.
Sure. So I'm Rebecca. I'm a senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm studying international relations at Calvin.
Yeah.
And
And no, what's your favorite study drink?
my favorite study drink. There's this very specific hot chocolate at a coffee shop. It's called Aztec hot chocolate,
Yeah.
and it's really spicy, and I really like it.
Okay. And do you think that's a good drink or a bad
I think
drink?
it's a good drink.
All right. Go ahead and give it a try.
All right. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think it's the Havana cappuccino that Annika ordered.
Oh, wow. That was convincing. She has a high tolerance for gross taste. So, okay. All right. Next up is Annika.
All right, my name is Annika, and I'm a junior at Calvin studying psychology, and I'm from Holland, Michigan, so not that far from Calvin. Hey,
And what's your favorite study drink?
I really like a caramel cold brew with sweet foam. At
Awesome.
least right now.
Do
Okay.
you think that's the right drink or?
I'm hoping.
All right, give it a shot.
Okay. It tastes good. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. I've never had it before.
Okay. All right, that was pretty convincing. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, I'm Shannon. I'm a junior studying speech language pathology and audiology, and I'm from Denville, Ontario, Canada. And I'd have to say my favorite study drink is probably, I gotta go with Tim Hortons iced coffee. There's no
Okay.
other way.
And do you think that's a legit drink, or you think it's lemons and grape juice or grapefruit juice?
You know what, Averie? I'm really hoping it's like a legit drink. So let's try it out.
All
and
right.
see. It kind of tastes like coconut. Like I think it's really good. You guys should try it.
Yep,
It's really
y'all are good at this. I really don't know. All right, next up.
Hey guys, I'm Lorena. I'm from Rochester Hills, Michigan, and I'm studying secondary math education.
Yeah.
My favorite study drink is peppermint tea, really soothing. I'm hoping this isn't the grapefruit and lemons, but everyone else says that theirs isn't, so they're either really good at flipping or I got the raw end of the deal. So
All right, give it a shot.
yeah, this tastes pretty good. I think it's a caramel macchiato that neither me or Becca ordered. So
All right, now who do you think it was? All right, on the count of 3, point at who you think is lying. 1, 2, 3. Okay, raise their hand. Who was it? Who had the bad drink?
I literally don't know.
Okay, that is true because it was a plant. None of the drinks were bad. This was all just torture for them, just for entertainment. All right. All those drinks were wonderful drinks made from Peet's Coffee way over there, and you can try them out when you come to campus at Calvin. Back to you, Joey and Sam.
I think one of my favorite things about Peet's Coffee is he's exactly right. They actually don't make bad drinks. Well, I'm not a big coffee guy. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Sam. Coffee for me is just like, wow, it's a lot of caffeine. I'm already pretty energetic, so I guess all coffee to me is just like, whoa. What's your favorite coffee drink at Calvin?
Oh man, at Pete's, I'm a big mocha guy.
Big
Every
mocha
single
guy.
time. That chocolate in the coffee
Love
makes
it.
it so much better.
So as you've been watching and looking at the YouTube, we had a couple questions here, Sam. So let's pull those out.
Pull them out. You want to go first?
I would love to. So someone asked, how can I stay active on campus? So a couple options. One, take a walk with friends. We have a 1.5 mile circuit around campus, so that one path that goes all the way around. But we also have 2 gyms on the property, believe it or not. We have our general population gym, which is in the field house. Tons of equipment, tons of weights, even a yoga space as well. We also have an athlete's gym. So if you're like me, I'm not an athlete. And if you're like Sam, you have a great space to really dive deep with your team and have great team dynamic as well. So tons of spaces here to stay active.
I've got a question here that is asking for other ice cream shops in Grand Rapids. I could not think of a better question for myself. I'm an ice cream connoisseur, I like to call myself. Jersey Junction is definitely one of my favorites. There's another one called Furniture City Creamery that is incredibly popular with students and even like faculty and staff and just the Grand Rapids community in general. Holland, Michigan, a really nice beach place over on Lake Michigan, also has a few really great ice cream spots. So if you're ever at the beach, maybe in the spring or in the fall, Captain Sunday is another really great ice cream spot to stop at.
Yeah. Speaking of places to go and for food, someone asked me, what's my favorite pizza place? Now, from my wallet's perspective, Domino's or like Pizza Hut or Papa John's. But from a pizza connoisseur, I'm gonna go with Cello's. It's actually just down the road. Make a nice thin crust there. I'm a big fan of that one. Yeah.
I've got another question here that is asking, can I get Peet's with my dining plan? Great question. So with your meal plan, you'll get something called Night Bucks. And those Night Bucks act like a debit card that you can use at different mini marts around campus. So Johnny's, Peet's is another one, a schoolhouse, fieldhouse cafe, those kind of places. So with those Night Bucks, you can use those right at Peet's and you can use those there.
Yeah, and you also have a little loyalty program where you get like your 5th drink free or something like that as well. My question is what is your favorite study space? Now for me, I do study in my room a lot, which probably isn't the best choice. My bed's right next to me, very tempting. But my favorite study space on the 5th floor of the library, you go all the way to the top of the library, and in the corner, there's 2 windows on either side. You're kind of kitty cornered in there. And it's a great spot with a lot of natural light, but you also people watch, which is my favorite thing to do. Pretend you're squishing people like ants. Might as well have some fun with that.
I like it. Last question here. Favorite dining hall food, Joey? I think we can both answer.
I think we
this
can,
one.
yeah.
So my favorite dining hall food is probably the General Tso's chicken on Thursday nights. Heads and above, it's my favorite. It's so good. I usually have to get like two or 3 plates sometimes. But what's your favorite?
I think so. A couple weeks ago, they had a calzone on the property. And when I was a little kid, we did this thing called the Great Calzone Hunt, where me and my family traveled all over Chicagoland looking for calzones. This is a true story. You can ask my mom. And I had a calzone here. Definitely top 3. It was a delicious calzone. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But with that, guys, we want to say thank you for watching. If you guys missed part of the program or want to watch it again, they'll be available right on our YouTube channel. But also, we'll be back every Thursday at 6 o'clock. And as always, my name is Joey.
My name is Sam.
And this has been School Nights.